Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Roysam. I am super excited to continue our new series called War Stories. This first story is about trim chutes, but the lessons go far beyond those small but essential converting elements. I know your time is precious, so let's get started. Recall that a war story is a memorable personal experience that we might learn from. We are guided by the saying that the smart person learns from their own mistakes, but the wise person learns from the mistakes of others. In this first story, we, or to be more honest, me, learn two things. First, how not to judge people based on one aspect of their reputation, even if it is the most defining characteristic. Second, how not to judge the merit of an option by the cost of its implementation. The central elements in this story are trim chutes. In the paper industry, these are highly engineered components costing upward of $20,000 per chute. They have to be, because they must take away trim reliably and stably from widths of 1 to 12 inches and from speeds of 0 to well beyond 6,000 feet a minute. The top figure shows the complexity of the entire system, and the bottom is the analogy of the tip for the vacuum cleaner. However, the trim chute is far, far, far more engineered, more like the polished stainless steel intake of a race car engine that has many fine adjustments. These details, however, are totally unimportant to the story, even though it is quite common for engineers to get lost in the details and thus not see the big picture. The big picture is that if current technology is inadequate after several solid efforts, you need to start anew, totally, from scratch, assuming absolutely nothing. The details of why a new trim chute design was sold is unimportant for this story. Salesmen sell lots of things. All you need to know is that it is one of my first startups as a winder design engineer for one of the most proficient of web machine builders in history. However, all that prowess was not nearly enough. It did not go at all well. The cut point was unstable, ruining all of the end rolls. While this major slitter section replacement was scheduled for 12 hours, after 24 hours of continuous duty, I was a zombie and it still didn't run. Losing all the end rolls was not economically tenable, so the paper machine was shut down again, costing about $20,000 per hour in lost production. I called my boss and asked for help. In response, they sent Bob Lucas out as the sole passenger on the company jet. Bob was the manager of winder research at that time, a job I later assumed when Bob left Beloit. In any case, Bob was known for quite theoretical discussions and page-filling equations. Bob would have been one of the last engineers I personally would have called for such an earthy assignment as a startup gone bad. When Bob arrives, he pulls up a chair and studies the trim chute wordlessly for about 1/2 hour. I was getting very concerned, so I say, "Bob, our paper mill customer lost another $10,000 while you were just staring at that trim chute." In response, Bob asked me if I knew where mill stores were and how to get some duct tape. I just about blew up and replied, "Bob, are you telling me that you are going to try and fix our $40,000 trim chutes with duct tape?" To my astonishment, by crafting an airplane wing shape with cardboard, duct tape, and brass shim stock, Bob got the trim chutes working. It took trim away reliably and stably and to design speeds of 6,000 feet a minute. A couple of years later, we met again at a paper mill, and after work, we went out for dinner and drinks together. I asked Bob, "Why didn't you go into engineering or service? Because you are quite good at practical industrial problem solving." Bob's reply was, "I like research better." As you should already suspect, these learnings have nothing per se to do with trim chutes. Instead, the 3 lessons from this experience are: first, what looks easy and obvious may not be. Second, don't judge people by their reputation. Third, don't judge solution options by their cost. I hope you have enjoyed this trim chute story. Stay tuned for next week's show, where we will have another story about trim chutes. And of course, the lessons learned have nothing to do with that small but vital converting element, and everything to do with being open to suggestions and humility. The learnings there will be the machine builder and the mill's maintenance manager. If you have a topic you would like to hear about, let me know in the comment section below. If you found any of these stories to be interesting or useful, please like and share and subscribe. See you next time.